Welcome back, my friends. Welcome back to gorgeous Toronto. I gotta clean this house. When should I do it? I think I'll do it tomorrow. And that's what we're gonna talk about. On this channel, we talk about everything and anything that makes us not awesome, but frickin' human beings. Anything less than that ain't welcome. Not here. Why? Because we're here to grow. And that's what we're going to talk about today, discipline. Discipline makes you grow. What is discipline and why should anybody be disciplined in their life? Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and following it through. That's it. That's discipline. You don't think about it, you just do. Why? Why don't you think about it? Because discipline, when you say something to yourself, you go and do it. If you don't, what happens? Your paradigm takes over. Your mind takes over. Your mind is a reptilian mind. It hasn't grown for years and years and decades and decades. You know that. Your mind is there to protect you. You can do it tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Why? Why does it say that? Because it wants to protect you. It wants to say, Kareem, take it easy. Like, you can do it tomorrow. That's how your mind works. This is why when you give yourself a command, you follow it through. And that, my friend, is discipline. Discipline. When you go ahead and do something and you do it right away, guess what happens? Guess what happens? Fear goes away. Freedom sets in. Think about that. Freedom sets in. So in other words, discipline equals freedom. Think about that. Discipline equals freedom. What does that mean? As Jocko Williams says, he's a Navy SEAL. Discipline equals freedom. Why? Why does it equal freedom? Think about this. Think about this long and hard. If you give yourself a command to do something and you do it, guess what? Things get done. When things get done, you feel good. And that's where freedom lies. Think about that. This is how it works. If you understand this, your life, as you know it, changes. Another thing, discipline. Freedom sets in once you make that decision. What is decision? When you give yourself a command, you go and you don't think. And freedom happens that way. And that is what decisions about. When you start making decisions, your life as you know it starts changing for the better. See, I have some people in my life today, currently, they say they'll do something. It just doesn't happen. Any person who hesitates, procrastinates, or is indefinite about anything in life, and I mean anything, is a what? Is a drifter in life. He never amounts to anything in life. Why? Because they can't, first of all, make decisions. And second of all, what happens? They're not disciplined. See, discipline. Think about this. When you say something that has to be done, and if you don't do it, your reputation's on the line. Think about that. Your reputation's on the line. Your reputation is everything. You don't want to be called by anybody who thinks of you as a loser. Do you want that? Nobody wants that. Your reputation is everything. But the other thing is also, when you do something, be humble about it. Get it done and be humble about it. Be grateful that you have an attitude of gratitude, because gratitude takes you to amazing heights in this world. Think about that. It's all about discipline. See, look at my morning routine. Starts at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Why? Why does it start at 4 o'clock? I can sleep in. I have no one to talk to. I don't have anybody to report to. But once I wake up, I don't sleep. Yeah, there are days that I sleep in. And even when I do sleep in, I'm up by 5. It's just, it is, my clock tells me in here. But why do I do that? Because I hold myself to a higher standard. Why do I hold myself to a higher standard? Why? Because that is a promise to me. When you have discipline like that, and when you promise yourself like that, guess what happens? Guess what happens? You become confident. You raise your identity. You become a happier person. You don't need to show off to anybody then. You know why? Because the only person you need to show off to is yourself. And when anybody says anything to you, guess what happens? It doesn't affect you. It's just deflected. Because you know who you are and you have nothing to prove to anybody in life. That is why discipline is so important in my life, and it should be in your life. Listen to this. Discipline is the ability to give yourself a command and following it through. That's it. Just go. Don't think. Just do. And when you make that decision, guess what? Do not go back on your decision. Change it very, very slowly. Why? Because anybody who makes a decision and is concrete and has a plan, they achieve amazing things in their life. And this, my friends, is what discipline is all about. Discipline equals freedom, as Jocko Williams says. We can learn from these amazing human beings in this earth. He's a Navy SEAL. He must know a thing or two about discipline. Think about that. See, everything has to be earned in this life. Everything. Nothing is free in this world for anybody. Everything has to be earned. You want to be happy. Happiness has to be earned. You want to be sad. Sadness has to be earned. You want to be an awesome looking human being. It has to be earned. If you want to be an ugly looking human being, it has to be earned. How does that work? How does that work? Listen to this. When you want to be happy, you need to work at it. Happiness is a journey. It is not an end destination. Every day you must earn happiness. But then you say, okay, I'll just eat cheesecake all day long. Well, even that has to be earned. Huh? Yeah. What do I mean by that? If you're going to eat crappy food all day long, eventually it becomes not a good thing to do. Then what happens? You become fat and ugly. And then what happens? You have pimples everywhere. Then guess what happens? You start comparing yourself to everybody else. Everything is earned, my friends. There are no free lunches in this world. If anybody tells you, just sit back, relax, and you'll be given to you, bullshit. That's my message to them. Discipline. The ability to give yourself a command and following it through, and then you just go for it. That's it. Discipline equals freedom. It is everything, my friends. Everything that you want in life has to be earned. And that is what discipline is all about. So if you think I gave you value, and if you want to be an awesome awesome human being, then demand more of yourself than anybody else of you. And that, my friends, is discipline. If you think I give you value, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so we can make this world a freaking awesome place. The best place to live ever. Yes? Yes. Live consciously, with purpose, in this moment now, and with freaking passion. So much passion that it is freaking oozing out of you. Till next time, my friends. Till next time. Yeah, that was a kiss.